Welcome to episode 35 of Anvil the South. So, Dagamaris and Ashren. Walking into a Ashren, you see the strange city once more. Again, the streets, fairly wide, and many oddly shaped clearings are seen throughout. Black fountains and statues of various elven figures seen within said clearings, including the late queen. The buildings look to be made of black, almost silty bricks at their foundations. Everyone recognizes this stone from Varantuk's spine. The base of many of the buildings are wider than the rest of the structure, becoming thinner towards the middle and then evening off. Much of the buildings look to be made of the same silty jet black stone you see at their bases, reinforced with metal and extremely dark brown wood. Many of the buildings look to be around 4 to 7 stories tall, all rather thin near the middle and top. Some, however, look to be rather stout and wide, though still tall, just not in comparison to those around it, standing about 3 stories tall. These buildings are sectioned off, it seemed, large quarters of the buildings extending off from the main section. The roofs in sharp upward sloping triangles that end in a point like wings of a bird. The shingles a slightly lighter black than the stone the buildings are carved from. The streets are paved with a lighter stone in a very straight and meticulous pattern, maples sprouting even within the city, the meticulous paving intricately placed all around them. Towards the center of the city, you see a large open small wooded area, small dirt paths coursing through it, and many an elf strolling within. The city actually looks empty and solemn. Various high elven individuals, as well as dwarven and halflings, roam the street, paying very little heed to you at first, and then seeing the two of you, eyeing you extremely suspiciously, and some with anger. As you continue to walk through the city, you see familiar signs floating, not hanging off the buildings, made from the similar smoke that you saw the giant figures outside consisting of. Each of them noting a store within, all in Elvish, none in common. The signs are made translucent by iron lamp posts scattered around the edges of the city, orange flames erupting from within their glass containers. The city feels both claustrophobic and open. The massive root above the entirety of the city makes it feel a tad constricting. Yet the open streets and wide grassy areas found within it give it a much less constricting feeling. It also feels to be in the shape of an eye, the town not fully underneath the root. Some seems to squeeze out. What are you doing?
It's those two inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Dagamaris, and you are out. And sorry, I misspoke, because originally it was Dagamaris and Ashren, but it is Vivian and Ashren going into Ashren at this point, yes.
With the Baron, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he said he was going to get us some dollars.
Well, I have to go to the bank first and pull out any funds that I am able. Although I feel being with both of you, all of you, may limit what I am able to get. I don't know. I was expecting some pushback, but I guess I have been desensitized to seeing a drow.
Would it benefit you to just go alone, or do you think we
To
would
the
be
bank?
safe?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think we would be safe without you?
I think you can handle yourself.
Oh, I feel like if I pull out my sword here, I'd be turned to ash.
I feel like pulling out your sword is not a great idea. I don't think that they will kill you on sight.
That's encouraging.
I will go to the bank.
Thank you for earlier.
For what?
For lying.
Oh. Yes, well, if I had said that you were not, then, we would not be here, and I would not be able to repay you.
That was payment enough, but I'll still take your money.
I'm glad to hear it. Morality is not absolute. You, of all people, know this. Sometimes lying is okay. If it means that people do not die needlessly, I suppose it is all right. Anyway, I will go to the bank.
Where should we meet you?
I don't know. I don't live in Ashren. I don't know where to go. I've been here quite a few times, but again, I don't know the layout of the city. If you would like to go and just look around, go ahead. The Baron walks off. The Baron walks off, but while you guys are doing that, Dagamaris and Nasu stand out front, the northwestern gate or area into Ashren. Just sort of chilling out front with the horses.
Did they tell you how long they'd be?
Vivian doesn't tell me anything.
Oh, shut up.
And Osiren?
I don't really know Osiren. Did they tell you? All right.
They told me about you. I'm actually quite surprised to see you with all your ligaments intact.
Yes. So am I.
So, was it not a tall tale?
Losing my limbs? Are you asking me?
Yes.
All right. I went down in battle. I awoke, chained in a small stone room with all my limbs removed. And the mutated version of my mother staring at me.
Mutated?
Yes, she was turned into a rat by a being called the Lord of Pestilence. A being who has committed genocide on all of my people.
Well, shoot.
Yes,
I
agree.
You know, I feel like most of us here had issue with our parents, but at least Siren and I didn't have to, well, see anything. I'm sorry that happened.
So am I.
Well, how'd they come back?
How did who come back? What?
Your limbs.
Growbacks.
Glorabacks. Grew them back.
Yes, he did.
You know, just my thought, man. You just couldn't get more weird.
You think growing limbs back is more weird than you being red and having a tail?
I don't know. My thing's magic. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not out of place. Just we can stop talking about the flames. I just
Can we? That would be nice.
yeah.
What do you plan on doing?
And I technically have some business up north, but I'm not entirely sure, especially given the circumstances now, how time sensitive it is. I most likely will head west first. Have some info I might be able to garner in Merchant's Rest.
About what? Yes, that seems like the most pertinent thing. He looks south and sees the god visage in the clouds.
You know, I can't much do a lot with how I am. And I come upon any random married band that just so happens to be in the middle of this, and you think they won't default to seeing me as part of that?
I don't see the resemblance, I'm not going to lie. Sounds like an excuse, but if you want to run away, that is your prerogative.
No, see, that's the thing. I have been running away. Not from this that just happened, but other things and... Well...
Would it matter? Would
What?
it change anything to know what you are? What does that change? What does it matter? You are you, yes?
The person who might have some answers is part of a coalition that also might do well in rallying with against that.
Which
current
coalition?
Humanity's coalition.
Ah, yes, well, looking like that, I'm sure they will welcome you with open arms, especially considering the recent events. I'm sure you will get all the information you desire. Truly, I do not care. I don't know you.
Then why'd you ask?
Because I thought it was courteous and chummy. And I thought that's what you wanted me to do.
I said we didn't have to be chummy.
And I agreed, but I said that I saved your life and that I was trying.
Keep trying.
Seems like you have some work as well, but what is your excuse? Didn't you grow up here?
Where's here?
Above ground, not being murdered.
Yeah, I grew up like this.
I'm sorry, I have so little empathy. The first time you revealed yourself, did someone try to murder you? I believe you came out of the womb and were able to grow naturally. Vivian was stabbed almost to death within a cell by humans who were unable to control their rage. You are looked at what? With a bit of disgust? Crimea River.
I'm not asking for empathy, but...
Well, you won't get it. Your problems are not that large.
You think yours are larger?
I know they're larger.
Because you're prince?
I'm no prince. I think mine are larger because what is destroying my people, what is ravaging the Underdark, that has the possibility of completely destroying everything that we know. And you being red doesn't really pop up on my first things to do.
Well, golly, I did not mean to get into a contest of who has it worse.
There was no contest, Nasum. I have many lists. Contests are not one of them. I really don't understand your argument. I am red, I have horns. Dwarves are nearly 4 feet tall. Halflings are kicked over because they are barely 3.5.
Hold on, what argument? You were just telling me that I had it better because
You
I
just
was up
look
here by
different.
default.
You do not have any history that weighs you down. You do not have any preconceived notions of what you are. You just look strange.
Okay, then what? I should be what, then?
Okay with yourself?
take it into consideration.
Great. Let me know how that goes. If you do not run away with your tail between your legs first. Shall we sit in silence now?
Barely.
Sounds wonderful. All right. Now. Okay, what are you guys doing? You guys sit in the center of Ashren, just sort of poring over your notes at a bench. While you guys are doing so, one of the high elves comes up.
No, they don't. Leave him alone.
So, what is all this? Huh?
Do you mean us?
Yes. What is all this?
We were granted permission to enter, or just sitting.
Permission to drow.
I am masked. I am masked.
You never told me you were masked.
I did.
The guy asked her to put on the
The
mask.
guard made me put my mask on.
True. Okay. To a human. After that. Walks away.
It's probably best I don't say anything. You know, Vivian, there's a part of me that wants to get on my knees and weep for them, for their loss. I mean, there's a part of me that understands. There's a part of me that wants to be there with them in their pain. And that's the part I like. But there's something else. There's something else that makes me want to climb to the top of one of these buildings and just laugh. Just a hysterical release of joy. And I think they come from the same place. Because I haven't seen one elf on their knees weeping for the fate of humanity. I know it's not the same. But if I were to do that now, I can almost guarantee that one of them would probably kick my teeth in. Either. So I'll weep and I'll laugh behind this mask, for now. And I don't know if you care or not, but I do think this is an egregious thing. And the man who did it, less than a man.
It is too much to hope that the High Elves would have room within themselves for empathy at this point.
I think it's there.
I think if they had seen what we saw and fought what you all fought, it might be different. But I don't think that telling them about it will change, and I don't think they know enough about what's happened to everyone else under their boot to understand that they're now feeling what everyone has felt for centuries.
Or even a bit of it.
Respite is killing the queen. I understood that. But burning Tilium and Dilitas and burning Terradosia. Just made it worse for everyone else.
The fucked up thing about it is, I knew this was going to happen. Well, I knew something was going to happen. Something was bound to happen. I just thought I had more time. I thought I could plan. I thought with Glorvax could be dead.
He couldn't be.
Could be. I don't think Glorvax can raise a city like he did. It's just happening too fast. I thought I could. The thing is that I was the only one to survive that fucking fire, and everything I've done since then has been a fucking failure.
As you're talking, a dwarf comes up, sort of like strokes his beard. Are you human? There is whispers that you came from the sprouts. And at this point, the entire city is still smogged. It's still, like, the air is just thick with smoke. Is that true? I'm assuming you're responsible. I'd hope they wouldn't let someone like that in.
No.
Is it true that an army of 10,000 humans marched on the city and burnt it to the ground?
It was one man.
I'm impressed that you're able to keep your sense of humor among all these times. Like, really, I'm really asking what happened.
One man equipped with the power of a titan.
And he like looks to the south.
Yes, that one.
Are they connected in any way?
Same man.
Is one human? Is the queen alright? Is I so little. It's been 2 weeks. Tree's still burning, and I haven't heard a thing. Is the queen alright? How much of the city was destroyed? I mean, I don't really believe that it was just one man. But if that's what you saw, that's what you saw. But
I'm sorry.
the queen is dead.
Yeah. We fought him. We fought them. And we
Fuck
failed.
the queen.
No.
No.
No, fuck the queen. Good on him. Fuck the elves. Yous, why aren't you going over there? You're human. I saw that elf come up to you.
There are smarter ways to do things, dwarf.
Safer ways, too.
I think I'm pretty smart and I haven't come up with any way other than wearing my armor. All of them, yeah. Fuck 'em. Who's that right there? Again? In the sky? Who's that? Well, whoever he is, praise be to him. And praise be to Moradin and all of them. But Terradosia can suck my dwarven cock. Ain't done nothing for me.
I agree that a change was needed. But from these ashes, I don't think think the flower that blossoms from these ashes is going to be...
Something, something, Phoenix. Anyway, just wanted to say,
Be careful.
take it while you can.
Be careful who hears you in the coming days saying that.
Oh, fuck 'em. What are they gonna do?
Listen,
They can hurt one dwarf in retaliation.
Listen to me, lass. The only reason the elves were able to do anything to the dwarves is because we were weak. Got backed into the corner, alright? The elves think they're tough shit, but I'm still, I'm a break shit house. So's my wife, alright? I like to see an elf try and kick me over. Try and tax me 70%. While I build all their armor, I make all their currency, and I mine all their ore. Me personally, my family, anyone in Carnalem, Ferdolam, or Carnmacur spent their life working for the elves.
a change was needed, but that is not salvation.
That's a tree on fire.
I'm pointing at the, sorry,
Oh.
pointing at the
Oh, you
god.
know, the giant face in the sky.
Yeah. That is not salvation.
Listen to me.
It is another master to serve.
I've heard Darren Took, and I've heard Terradosia my whole life. And I am grateful for Varantuk, and I'm grateful for being born of a tree. And I love nature, and I love all that. But Varantuk was a stupid cunt for putting the elves in control of everything. Alright,
There's truth in what you say.
I know there is. You know, my family lives in Colonel M. And the Diamond Forges were attacked not too many months ago by some mages. And not only one Teldorai, not a one, not one high elf came. Is that the heck on the capital city of the dwarves? Not a single one. A baron of theirs is killing Cretala. And the war is almost starting. Everyone heard that? The criers were crying out. Fuck the queen. And you know what? Good on those humans. Whether it was 1 or 10,000. Finally someone, after thousands of years, did anything. Maybe we can be on the same level now. Hey?
Maybe. I'll fight for that. At least.
I don't know who you are, but if you're a high elf, fuck yourself. And he walks away.
We told Fairstock.
And he comes back. Sorry, I forgot to ask. Who's this human? Who's the one human that you think did it? You know his name or her name?
I wasn't able to catch it, no.
You sure? Alright. That's fine. I'm sure I'll be hearing of it if it is true. Or maybe I won't actually. You know what they'll do? They'll say it was 10,000, eh? If it was that one. Eh? Fuck 'em. Alright. You know, I wasn't allowed to get into Tilly either. Right? Only a few dwarves, eh? Only a few humans. Largest city in the continent. It's filled with a bunch of poncy-ass cunts. Hate 'em. Anyway. I seem laissez-faire. Oh, I'm a wee bit in shock these past 2 weeks. It's like I won the lottery. Maybe I'll be treated like a person now, right? Not just a cog in the machine. I love it. I've seen more high elves cry in the past 2 weeks in my whole life. It's brilliant. Never been so pleased. And I've never been so thankful for a beard to cover the shit-eating grin that I've been wearing the whole time. All right. Now I'm really leaving. Sorry, I'm not a psychopath. I'm just really pleased. Maybe he'll hit me later. Praise be to Varantik and Terradosi and all that. All right. Anyways.
I love that lingering dwarf so much. I'm pretty sure we told Fairstock that it was the Maxim who attacked the Diamond Forge.
Fairstock. Oh.
The leader of Kernilam. Just think it's interesting that the Teldar did nothing about that.
It's pretty on the nose for the elves.
Well, I mean, taxation or missing people is one thing, but a collective of magic users seems to be something that they would be a little bit focused on. Obviously not considering your family, but...
Yeah, that was the point I was going to make.
It's just odd that they wouldn't be trying to pursue. The men in the Diamond Forge, they were human, weren't they? We saw their heads.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do necromancy?
Mm-mm.
They didn't do any necromancy.
Balenzar?
No,
The elves don't care.
but they were humans.
Humans.
Osiris, the only human that we've seen use magic other than the Tower of the Seven Sages is Hector Dollhouse.
I'm sure there's...
That's the only human we have seen use magic.
I don't think our sample size is very...
That is Merwood.
Okay, I'm not talking about the paladin man.
There's
I'm not
also
talking
the
about
Dragon's
him.
Council.
Yes, the Tower of the Seven Sages.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. Only the archmages. We've traveled to a lot of cities.
I suppose.
It's just odd that they wouldn't find it worth investigating an entire...
Maybe the
secret.
information didn't reach them. I don't know, it's not something I should... That group, Nasu told me that was the Maxim.
The Maxim of Magic.
That's the group that was in Kernilam?
Yes.
Hmm.
We've seen it mentioned a couple times.
They're the ones who killed my parents, or my family. I know it for a fact now.
I know.
So that might be the reason why the elves don't care.
I know you need to go to Grenmore Manor now. And I'm just going to say this for the sake of putting it on the table. But Hector was the young sage of divination. He was supposed to be the archmage instead of for Servius.
Hmm.
At least that's what I've come to understand. But something happened. He's a very powerful wizard, and if we can separate him from whatever it is that's holding him hostage, he might be able to help you. And he might be a powerful ally.
There's a lot of qualifiers, Vivian.
I don't know how else you're going to find this Maxim.
They'll find me, right?
And what are you going to do
Didn't you
against
s-
multiple mages?
I'm going to kill them. Slowly.
They left before we could kill the second one.
Hopefully
Three of us.
there's more.
I understand Or, I suppose I can't, but I can begin to understand how you must feel about the thought of plunging your sword into them. But you need to be realistic.
Realistic. The tree's on fire. There's a giant... I think realistic has gone out the window.
We saw those two mages that we fought, their heads bouncing around the Casma Canyon in Bartug's Spine through multiple bouts of portal magic. The Maxim is not something that is weak, and it's not something that one man can defeat on his own, let alone find. I'm just saying a divination wizard might be a helpful resource.
Didn't you say they were after Clink?
Yes. The eternal soul.
The way I see it, I'm the only one who's going to care about killing these people. I can't sign you or anyone else up for this. And I'm not going to chase around a divination wizard who doesn't even want your company, let alone mine. I don't have anything against Hector. But I've been looking for a long time, Vivian, a long time. And I felt so helpless and worthless because I couldn't find what I was looking for. And now that I have the barest inkling, I can't turn away. And chasing after Hector would be turning away, would be pushing it down the line, not after I saw her, not after I saw Winter's eyes. I can't. And whether or not I die, it's up to my sword and my shield.
I don't know why you think you have to do it alone.
I don't have to.
But you're saying you won't.
I'm prepared to. We spent a lot of time together, Vivian. And leaving was hard, though we have had our issues. I have so much hope that it's fucking crushing me. And if I don't make things happen, it'll be the end. So yes, I have to. Hope for you, hope for myself, hope for humanity. And I was late. They got ahead of me, and now his name is going to be paraded around Terradosia. Or Terradosia's the city.
Limon de Litas is the city.
So I was right, fuck. Because I was late. I'm not going to be late again. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
You don't have to apologize. I wasn't asking for your help. I was offering you the chance at allies. Because we would help you.
That I'm sorry that it's not convenient.
It's not that it's not convenient. Dagomars is going to go with me. South.
He's a strong fighter.
I just think that past whatever you're able to find in Granmore Manor, there's no guarantee that it's coordinates to the killer of your family, that it's information regarding the Maxim.
What I'll find in Granmore My mother left me something. I'm going to remember why I need to do what I need to do, and then I'm going to do it. I already have my ticket to them. It's the eternal soul. And if I can't find them before they find me, then all the better.
It's suicide, you know that.
It's not suicide.
You carry around the object that the Maxim has been pursuing for decades. And you hope that you can just slash your way through as many mages as they send at you.
I think the more that I can mow down, the better. But I'm not stupid, Vivian. Step one is to retrieve what they have. Then I have planning to do. But it is not a matter of if I can do what I need to do, it is just how, and I haven't figured that out yet. We'll get there. Whether it is with your help or not, and I appreciate the offer. I just can't, I don't have time.
Fair enough. Then we'll get you the eternal soul and we'll be on our way.
Thank you. It is a shame that Clink had to fall for it.
It is.
And it's a shame that there's a chance that I won't be able to help you or travel with you again. My goodbyes last time were clinical.
I'm going to save Hector. And when I'm done, I am going to try to help to stop Titus. It's our fault, not yours. Me, Dagamaris, and Faye, a changeling that we traveled with. It's our fault that Titus is the way that he is. We found the tomb to Balanzar. We left him the talisman. We left the door open. It's our fault. I owe it to try and help. So, if the Maxim hasn't killed you by the time I'm finished saving Hector, perhaps we will meet.
Well, I'll make a promise that they'll be dead by then.
I wish you all the luck with that.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Please try and recruit maybe 3 more people before you decide to do that.
If they're...
It will be a sad end to the Grimoire line if it's just you.
Yeah. It will be.
All right. So where are you guys heading? Are you guys heading anywhere?
I'm waiting for the Baron to get back, dude.
We said we'd meet him at the...
Oh, at the alchemy shop?
Mhm.
And I have a shopping list ready.
No, he said he was gonna meet you guys right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I guess we'll
we'll
wait
just sit at
then.
this park
Okay.
bench and wait for the next
So about 30
creepy
minutes.
NPC to come up and yell at us.
So about 30 minutes. During this time, as you guys sit in silence, you hear murmurings around the town. Smoke lit up by the other illuminated smoke of the magical signs and the orange lanterns as the smoke permeates through the trees, and you smell the smell of burning tilia. You see groups of elves. Very few seem to be outside, but every once in a while you see them murmuring amongst each other, sort of like bending down, covering their mouths with towels, every once in a while looking at Ashren and you sitting on the bench. And eventually, the Baron comes up. All right. Well, that was very frustrating. But I got it. 3,000 gold.
Oh, God, that's so much more than I thought we were gonna get. Oh my God.
300 platinum. I will accompany you. I won't have last say on what my money is spent with, but I will try and be as liberal as possible with it. And then, I don't know, I will try and get Dagamoris and Nasu in as well.
Sorry.
So, where are we going?
2 hours later.
All right.
And I paid for that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are we going now? As much as I love shopping.
The tailor.
And as you guys turn around, you see 4 Ashren guards coming towards you.
Please just let me suit up in cool clothes, man.
You'll need it. All of you.
Where?
Wherever I take you, human.
Okay.
And you see a crowd sort of gathering, that is gathered behind them. Some people say, you claim the queen is dead, and that the town has been destroyed, the entire city, along with you, Baron. We'd like to get to the bottom of this, and figure out who let you in the first place. Remove your mask, and he just reaches over and flips it up.
Oh, yikes.
So it is true. A drow in and out of the city, along with a human, and he reaches over and flips your mask off. A human and a drow, too afraid to show their faces. I wonder why. You will follow us. And if you try anything, I don't even need to paint you a picture. You saw the Guardians on your way out. They look like smoke. But rest assured, they don't feel like it.
May I pick up my mask?
No. You can't. We've been courteous enough to let you buy things from our shops. Molest the eyes of our residents. And burden their minds with lies of the queen, of our people dying. Ludicrous statements coming from people that would just like to see nothing else than the High Elves suffer. Do you have nothing better to do? No. Roll around in shit, maybe. Come now. Follow. You following?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my mask.
I'm gonna pick up my mask too.
Okay.
I wanna...
They already turned away.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
Following.
not?
I'm just gonna hold the mask to my chest like this and
Okay.
just kind of follow.
At this point,
Yeah.
both of the guards, so Dagamaris is just sort of laying in the grass. And then you see the 2 guards that were left.
The 2 guards that initially.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're needed in the town square. And I am to escort both of you.
Both of us.
Yes. Did I stutter? I don't
Let's
think
go.
I did.
Let's go. Let's go.
Don't talk back to me.
You can't work with these elves, man.
Do not act so short-fused. Who do you think is more put off by this?
You.
Yes. Well, you can't even look at me, can you? Shh.
Whoa!
Do you think anyone would care if I kill you?
No.
Then act like it.
There you go.
I can't work with them.
He sits up.
Got that growl going on?
All right, let us go. And they walk in. Okay. So, while walking around the town, you catch glimpses of the walls separating the world from the roots of Terradosia. Their walls spanning around 15 feet high and appear to be made from solid rock, not bricks, just as you remember, but almost as if small sheer cliffs had sprouted out around the roots from the lower portions of Adamos. Though last time, you remember druids patrolling their rim. None can be seen at this point. As you walk through the streets, crowds sort of within homes, in upper stories, leaning off balconies and into like the Gothic iron barred windowsills, all of them looking at you as you're escorted by 4, 6, 10 Ashren High Elven guards. And eventually, you intersect with 4 now that are escorting Nasu and Dagamaris. Dagamaris just... Vivian,
We didn't do anything. They just
I know you didn't.
got mad.
Yes, I expected them to. You're not wearing a mask.
It was taken.
All right. Well, where are they taking us? Aye, shut up. All right. Then I guess I will be quiet. Okay. At the center of the town, just underneath the vertex of the shriveled root, you see a tall, around 50-foot tall tower, surrounded by a triple helix of violet, deep purple, and extremely dark blue smoke that appears to slowly rotate around the tower, dissipating entirely just before it hits the ground. The tower appears, like the walls surrounding the roots, not to be made of brick. Rather, it appears to be molded from the stone of the ground like clay. The tower is smooth and resembles that of a candle that has been firmly smushed into the ground at its base, the edges smoothly sinking into it with gradual slopes, making it much wider at its base than towards the top. The tower itself is rounded at the sides and flat on the south and north faces. Ancient arcane runes of air and earth upon their flat surface. And at the tip of the tower, you see a gorgeous purple and white flame that appears to be the source of all 3 of the helix's streams, far below the root surface. All around the tower is a large park filled with tall oaks that resemble those that you 2 saw just outside of Cret de la, and filled with berry bushes and tall tufts of grass, along with wooden roads that course within all of it kept in by the city that surrounds it all. As you get closer, you see the stream from the helix rushing towards you quickly, the large smoke stream vibrant, deep violet. As it washes over you, you feel no air pressure, just a very cold sensation wash over your body as it does so, as if mint oil had been vaporized and blown over you. You feel evergreen air rush into your nostrils and reinvigorate you, and your eyes feel sharper, less dull. You walk through the smoke and see at the end of the cobblestone path you walk down a large, bland wooden door built at the base of the gray stone tower. The large blue glowing runes streaming up above it upon the flat surface that resides just above the door. The guards all line the path in front of you, and one progresses forward. His armor a bit more ornate, his stature a bit wider. They look different, by the way. These elves all have much bolder facial features, and any scars or broken bones they have look to be kept, even though with magic they can cure them instantly. They seem to keep their scars willfully.
That's cool as fuck.
They walk, the one that leads you stops at the stairs. Enter, please.
I'll follow behind.
Okay. So, you you smell incense and old crushed stone wafted through somewhat stale but also somewhat warm air come in through and waft upon your face. You enter into a small crescent-shaped room with a stone desk in the curvature just in front of you, flanked on either side by two doorways blocked by extremely fluffy-looking smoke. No one appears behind the counter, and as you all walk in, the door. Feel the handle.
Is the
slamming against
Baron
it.
with us as well?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, I guess prepare what you're going to say.
Oh God, another try.
Yes. What will I say? I don't know. What will I ever say?
I assume we probably want to keep y'all's previous involvement with Titus under wraps.
Yes, well, I don't see why they would need to even know his name.
Fair enough.
Can we agree that for now, maybe we don't whisper the name? For now.
Yeah, I agree.
Good. Nasu?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well. Is everyone coming with us, Vivian? To the southern range?
No.
Why not?
Siren has business.
Well, I already know Nasu isn't going.
Siren has business to attend to at Gunmore Manor.
What business? Your family is dead.
Is there a reason you're trying to dictate what Osiris should do, Dagomars?
What? I'm not dictating what he does. I'm asking his reasoning.
I'm actually fairly sure that Hector's papers mentioned the Maxim in the Southern Range.
His papers, I don't care about those. You were talking so high and mighty about rallying humanity, and you refused to help a archmage, an archwizard, who is also human.
I don't know how much help he would be. I traveled with him for a while.
So did I. I made fun of him, I tried to fight him. He paralyzed me and he stuffed me in a sack.
He's got problems.
He does have problems.
And so because you turn cheek, you think that...
Turn cheek? What are you talking about? I never hated Hector.
I told Osiren and I told Jacamaris.
About what?
I have a fairly strong inkling that Hector's been referred to, or at least when he was Roquette, he was referred to as the young sage. I think he was supposed to be the divination archmage of the Dragon's Council, the position for Servius now holds.
For Servius.
Something happened to him in Astrid, something that, I don't know. Either he ran away,
Wait,
or they kicked
do you
him
have the
out.
ability to see invisibility?
No, but I can, and I'll use my draw racial ability. Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Anything in a 20-foot cube, which I'll say is centered on us here, like starting on the floor where we are and up, has to make a deck save.
Okay, so you. Some flames, sparkling flames that appear to fly around in the air. All right. You don't see anything. All I'm saying, I lived in Schwenton for a long time. I did. And not one human knew even a small bit of magic. The only human I've seen is Hector Dollhouse.
And he's supposed to be a
If you wish to rally humanity, I see no better person than a wizard who loves Vivian.
That would be wonderful if... I don't have the time to chase him around.
You're right, you have bones to dig up. They're not going to bleach themselves. Oh, wait. They already have.
If we went with you to Grenmore Manor to retrieve whatever...
I'm not going to Grenmore Manor. Do you not see that face in the sky?
I'm saying that it would be helpful to have
They left me something that could
more
aid me.
swords
Yes?
in our hand. And if Osiren is looking for the Maxim and Hector's papers that we found in Kernulem, his letters to Bilphus, they mentioned the Maxim in the southern range of Astrid.
I said I would follow you anywhere, and I continue on that path. But I must disagree. Going to your house seems folly. What could we possibly find there?
It's more of a direction than we have in following Hector. Vivian's admitted.
I don't know what you're saying. We have multiple leads.
Multiple leads, but you don't know where to start.
I'm gonna go to Schwenton to find his home, to see if he left any papers there, to see if that's where the home in my memories is.
So we're all playing off
And
ifs.
then we have a key.
Just a second as well. This is coming from the man who's going to somewhere to ask about why he's red.
Dagmars, for as bullheaded and as lost as you are right about one thing.
Bullheaded and lost.
We need allies.
Yes, and yet you seem so willing because you think you live in this fantasy in which the only reason Vivian searches for Hector is for some strange attachment. What ally is more powerful than an archmage? You are silly and blinded by your own biases.
I think he would be a good ally. It's just
And I do
chasing
not.
a wizard.
Yes,
I
as opposed to
echo-
chasing ghosts. You're right.
I know exactly where my family lies.
Last
The
I
next
saw them,
step
they
would-
were in Titus Markwood.
What do you think this item is going to do?
So
I'm gonna
why?
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
I gotta do it.
Make an attack roll.
It's gonna suck. Yeah.
Strength, right? Yeah.
4.
4? Alright, so he... It is fine. I said something rude. I have punched people for less. And beaten people for less.
Look, I echo Simon's
Just keep my
sentiment.
family's name out of your mouth, please.
Alright, well, then I'll make sure when I am dead, because Titus has killed everyone, you know, when I am floating down the river of Mortem to remember. At least I did not speak poorly of someone's dead family.
You're talking
While
about-
my entire people die.
You're talking about urgency, but you want to chase a mad wizard throughout the
Mad wizard. Yes, because it is totally sane to wear a mask throughout an entire situation, crying and acting strangely the entire time.
If Glorbex is dead, who else do you have?
Yes, and the south is where Glorbex is too. Thank you, Vivian. What more powerful allies could you hope to find?
I plan to make my way there, but I have to ask. I have to demand this from the world. And if I'm too late, then I'm sorry. But I've put this off for too long.
I'm sure the world will thank you for pursuing your goals. When they are dead, smoked in ash, ruled by that face in the sky, or did you miss it?
I don't know what virtue you think you're
This is not virtue, this is fact.
It's also a fact that it's going to be a goose chase to find Hector. Whereas there is already an established coalition.
That the Baron said
Merchant's Rest.
himself
To find
are
out
peaceful to
who-
a fault.
Yeah, I think...
What are you going to do, radicalize them with guns?
No, I think...
He wants to find out why he has horns and a tail. That is it.
No, that's beside the point. I think we need more diplomatic...
You need diplomats.
avenues.
Did you not see what happened? Are you a fool? Does red skin make you an idiot?
And what do you think we're going to do about it?
I don't know, but I am pretty powerful. And I know that a gun is pretty powerful.
Okay, so I'm just going to walk up to you-know-who and put a pellet in between his eyes.
No, I did not say that. But you know what? Maybe, just maybe, having an archmage might put a little bit of more power behind that pellet.
Then go do that, and we'll see how long it takes for you to find him.
Oh, well, you know what? It will take even longer if we do not try. Isn't that right?
So go try.
Oh,
But
we
don't
will.
impugn...
Are you just mad because you couldn't do it?
Couldn't do what?
Find him?
We tried.
Such
We
insurmountable
almost
forces,
found
you have no idea
We're
what you're
only
playing
a
with.
couple weeks behind.
Dead family. Why you're red? So silly. In the grand scheme of things, I've seen my entire people die. The Underdark lies in ruins, my people suffering and morphing. And yet here I am, helping because I know what is the right thing to do.
Then do the right thing. I'm not living to do the right thing anymore.
Oh, great. I'm so
You
glad.
said it was your responsibility. Anyways.
I said that
If you
it is
cannot
all
give
our
me, if you
responsibility.
cannot,
No,
Give
you
me-
said it was your responsibility
what?
and Vivian's.
I said that we were responsible for Titus's actions.
Okay.
However, it falls on everyone now. As it pertains to the living of everything, you cannot burden us alone with it. Because guess what? If we fail, you die, and you don't know why you're red. You don't know why you have a tail or why you have horns, and you know what? It won't fucking matter. Silly. Both of you.
Well, thank you for giving me your opinion, but it doesn't really amount
It is
to
not
too
an
much.
opinion, it is fact.
Even if it is fact, I really don't give a damn anymore.
We can find more
Great.
goal-oriented people
If
somewhere
you're-
else.
Humans
If
are all the
humans do want
same.
to do whatever they're
That's
going
fine.
to do to
Selfish.
solve
If you're
the
looking
problem.
for the mad other human that you think will pop up and save everyone, I don't mind helping you after I've
Who
gotten...
do you have other than Glorbacks and
I'm
Hector
telling you that
against
we have the
Titus
same
Rookwood?
goals, it's just I have something that's more important to me right now. If I get the soul, I don't mind chasing after Hector Dollhouse because I know they will come to me.
You get the soul,
We're going
The
down
soul
to
is
Betwis
south.
anyway. We're going
Yes.
to Betwis.
and then you plan on going back north.
Yes.
That will take at least 2.5 to 3 months, if I recall looking at the map correctly.
You're going to Betwis first?
Ludicrous.
Whichever.
This is absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe this. Such selfishness. If I remember correctly, you agreed with Kelst when he claimed that Vivian was selfish. And yet here you are, being the most selfish person I've ever met. And I met Erlindish royalty. You should be ashamed of yourself, and your bloodline will be ashamed of you as well.
That's already a fact.
Dagon Mars.
Did I talk to you? I'm so tired of this.
We're no bigger than that us joining you two would make any significant difference.
Really? You think that?
Are you joking?
This is absolutely ridiculous. I saw what you did against Leo Red, against all those warriors of chaos. Do you think so little of yourself?
Yes.
That's a
I
shame.
think I know where my place is.
And where is your place?
All right. Well, I don't know mine, I guess. I think mine is at the same level as everyone else's. And I think that a lot of people think that they are far above me.
I think we both felt that. many
is
times
great.
over.
Fantastic. I'm glad you can empathize with me even in the slightest. But where we differ is the fact that I have the balls to do something about it. And apparently you care more about what you look like than what the world becomes.
No.
No,
I think-
you care more about diplomacy.
Ridiculous.
I
I tried
told
to
you
talk to
I-
Titus Mirkwood.
I told you. I thought we were gonna say his name. I told you
I was
that
talking about in the trial.
you were correct in saying that we need allies. And
Yes.
I have a different avenue we're going about that. Also, my primary goal is not to find out why I'm red. I said why I was going to Merchant's Rest first, prior to any of this, was for that. But now, I still bear the knowledge that there's a coalition of humans there.
Yes, and I'm sure they will be very useful for your trial. I don't care. Do what you will. I just think it is ridiculous.
Then keep it to yourself.
No.
I honestly believe that I will find something.
Do you think you could do anything to me? Try it. Many people have. Some of them lie dead in the ground. If you're so interested in dying,
Another
maybe
left-
I should do that for you.
Another left you limbless.
Takamaris, Nasu. It's not worth it.
If you
Is
are
it-
still looking for him by the time I return from my home,
No, he makes a point.
I'd be willing to join you.
Yes, well, in all likelihood, we'll already be deep in the mountains by then, potentially dead, so probably won't be of any use. 4 months out.
I could be dead too.
Yes, and we might be dead at the hands of the Maxim, if they are in the southern range. And if that is what Hector found, and if that is what burned Hector and merged his soul with something else that is intent on doing necromancy, then at least we will have beaten you to your goal. We're going into the southern range of Astrid. That is where the Council of Dragon's Chosen 10 is thought to lie, and that is where Hector's papers say that the Maxim might also lie. What we
The Baron
found...
then speaks up. I think most of the council, the liches I'm assuming you're talking about, they're in crew, most likely.
Do you know anything about the Maxim then?
No, I don't.
Inside?
Shortly inside.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I should have gave myself a bonus. 18.
He appears to be lying.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I hate it when they're lying. I don't know what to do when they're lying.
Anyway, don't think you're getting into Cruel anytime soon.
I'm not planning on going to
Then
Cruel
why?
ever.
And also, why would you ever want to go anywhere where Lich is? It's ridiculous. It's just.
I'm not trying to go anywhere where liches are. I would like to avoid where liches
Then why
are.
are you? You just said that is.
I'm trying to find my friend. If he is at the hands of a lich, then I am screwed, but I need to know where he is. He is in the southern range of Astrid. The history I read said that the council, led by Gamarian, launched the attack on Cruel from the southern range. But at the very least, Hector's papers referenced the Maxim potentially being in the southern range, having ties with the matron mothers, having ties with the Arulendi. We are going to the one Arulendish city in the southern range of Astrid. The likelihood that we run into the Maxim is not small. That's all I'm saying.
Great. Listen, I don't know exactly where we're going. I just know that Hector is our best bet of doing anything. Finding anything. Finding the Lord of Pestilence. Finding who killed your family. Do you not think a divination wizard would be more suited to finding that?
If I get a bit stronger, I've been studying the scrying spell, at least from what I could isolate from the Seer Stone. We could try and find Hector. We can see what we're up against. We can check on Glorbax. We can check on Titus. We can check on plenty
And
of
if
people.
Vivian is able to do that, imagine what someone who is scholarly, trained in divination alone could do.
Are you trying to convince us that we're necessary?
Maybe not you as much anymore, Nasu. But I've seen Osiren fight. I learned a lot from him the day that I went down. I've been bullheaded in the past.
In the past?
Maybe it's my turn.
I heard you died once.
I did.
How'd that happen?
You find the maxim.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well. I managed not to die after 4 of my limbs got cut off of you, as you mentioned. That's not much of an insult now, is it? Do whatever you wish, all of you. Just know that you were wrong.
Wrong by your standards, Dagomars.
No, you misunderstand. You're just wrong.
I don't think you're any arbiter of truth.
No, I'm not. There are a lot of sins that I have to atone for. But I have more wisdom than you.
Then just let me be stupid on my own.
You're going to do that anyway. You'll be stupid with people as well. That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Go find some humans. Probably be fighting you on the field. Recruited you to fight with Titus Mirkwood.
I'm sorry, do you think I'm acting in bad faith right now?
I don't think you're acting in bad faith. I think that you're acting stupid.
That much has been established,
I
but
think
are
you're
you
easily manipulated. I think you have a weak mind, and I think that if someone gave you power and the ability to get your red skin back, even if they were lying, then you would trade sides. Spineless.
I don't want power, Dago. You want power.
I don't want power. Not anymore.
No, I
I
see.
want answers and I want peace. I want safety for my people.
But you want it through strength.
Nasu,
We're genuine with bullets.
politely, he has faced far worse than you, and he is not in pursuit of power. He's in pursuit of ending another horrific apocalypse after the one we're already facing.
Osiren,
You know nothing of what he has
Osiren already
experienced.
predicated. We all have the same goals here.
You saw what was in the Underdark. You saw what happened to my people. Imagine that, but worse. Imagine witnessing the transformation with your own eyes. Imagine witnessing your mother transformed into a rat. Imagine watching carts of massive flesh, gems of adamantine tied to their wrists, firing lasers so potent, so filled with rage that they melt the stone that they touch on. Imagine seeing thousands of rats pour from the ground all around you. Imagine them sit and watch as you squirm on the ground. And imagine seeing a god look at you and think you so pitiful that he lets you live. And then imagine thinking that a human coalition is the most important thing to do.
At least I know where it is.
Yes. You couldn't even find your ass.
So it's not worth looking for important things if it's going to take a bit of extra time.
He's
We
lazy.
have-
Do you think
I'm
that the
sorry.
most important
Do you
things
think
are
we
laid out
have
easily?
time?
Do you think talking to the humans diplomatically is the best use of it? What are they going to do? Convince maybe 10 people not to join his side? It's going to be a battle, Nasu. It's not going to be a conversation. If you want to go talk to Glorbax, that might be a better use of your time instead of this
I
human
don't
coalition.
know Glorbags.
Okay, still a better option.
I just don't understand what mileage Dagomars think shaming me into doing anything is gonna give.
I have no goal. I have given up any hope of you coming along.
So then you just have a mouth.
sharp one at that.
And that is ironic coming from someone accusing him of searching for power while you're going to claim that you're doing something helpful.
Am I not?
You lie to yourself, boy. You run, you hide, you saw the power, and you were scared. Surprised you did not wet yourself.
No, Dago, I saw power. I saw strength. That I wanted once. And if that's what strength does to you, it's not what I want.
I don't want strength. I want peace. I want my people to live. But we won't even need to message Osiren if he goes off. We'll just see his image within Titus.
I'm sorry. You think anybody that's not going to follow you right now is going to fall to the wayside of Mirkwood?
That's not what he meant.
That's what he's implying.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
The humans
Is it
that
not
we saw,
Dagamars?
the humans
No.
that we
Vivian,
saw were
Vivian,
the dead ones. Are you a
Vivian,
fool?
Is it not Dagamars?
No, I said that he would
What
die.
you saw were the dead humans. Are you foolish? He's not accusing him of crossing over to the other side.
You just accused me?
I would.
You are foolish.
Because I think you are weak and foolish, and I think that you would do well to be around people as wise as I.
I have no business
Awesome
crossing
insult.
to the lines of those who follow bounds.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Did I hurt your feelings?
Dagamaris.
No,
Dagamaris.
you can think whatever you want.
Both
to, but
of you
I know
just
my,
hush. You're not
I know
saying
the
anything.
strength
You just keep nipping at each
of
other's
my will.
ankles. They're not going to come. It's fine. If they want to make decisions that might not be in their own best interest, that's fine.
It is
We will find someone else.
Yes. We will.
There are bound to be others.
rather not journey with someone I wouldn't put a bullet in the head of anyways.
Well, you already shot him, so he wouldn't be traveling with you.
Told you I didn't remember that.
Oh, great. Again, more sign of your weakness.
Both of you.
Weak-minded.
It doesn't.
You have a gun. Take that away from you.
Hush. It's just not worth it.
It is worth it.
It's not.
It is to me.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay. As he does so, the smoke recedes into the stone. Walking through, you find yourself in a gargantuan cylinder within the candle-like tower that appears to be entirely hollow. The area is large, around 1,800 square feet, in an imperfect circle with a flat surface at the back. The space is filled with a combination of purple, black, and slightly light violet smoke that creates a small platform that you step onto. At the back, near the flat surface, is a platform that resembles that of a judge's stand, though it is wide enough to stretch over the entire back wall. Just behind that is a large statue, also made from smoke, of the late queen. Her hair braided back into a large bit of kinky hair that explodes behind her head. In front of the wide judge's stand, you see 3 tables with 2 chairs at each of them, all made of the same smoke trickling in from the upper reaches of the tower. And as you look up now, you see many hundreds of feet, or maybe 150 or so feet in the air that you can't quite see the top of the tower's entire area. Atop the judge's stand are 3 high elven figures, 2 black of hair and 1 with burnished red hair. All of them appear to be wearing robes of dozens of black bands that flow out from their bodies, purple smoke permeating through it all and gently wafting just to their shoulders before dissipating. The smoke appears to glow slightly, illuminating the underside of their faces. The one in the center looks to be a woman and looks extremely old. Her face is wrinkled beyond belief, and her once short, pointed ears look to be sagging slightly. Her eyes are a deep purple and barely shine through a large amount of skin, and just below incredibly bushy eyebrows and long eyelashes. Her hair is jet black despite the age, and her posture is impeccable. At either side of her is a male and a female elf. The male with long and incredibly thick and wavy black hair upon very dark skin, with stark green eyes and pale lips. On the other side of her is a woman with incredibly straight, burnished red hair upon pale skin speckled with freckles. Her eyes are slightly golden brown, and her face is somewhat rounded, but still angular in her features. The older woman speaks up. Please, sit. You'll sit at separate tables. The Baron sits at a separate one at the end. Do you have any idea why you are here today?
Probably because you saw us all come out of the sprouts, and you've heard what we've told the guards.
That is precisely why. You have been spreading information. Information that is quite damning. Do you have anything to say about this? First, what are all of your names?
Osiren, Grenmore.
Osiren Grenmore.
Nasu Fims, ma'am.
Nasu Fiams.
Vivian.
Vivian.
No surname.
Baron Heldren. I know who you are. And Degomor Skur. I have not seen a drow in many years. Nor has a human been in here in many years. And I don't believe I have ever seen anyone quite like you, let alone in my tower.
Makes sense.
I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Baroness Vastirum Grendaye. I am the granddaughter of General Grendaye. This gentleman to my right is Baron Rayan Evaris. He is the Baron of Defense and Political Affairs. To my left is Baroness Ava Miathana. She is the Baroness of Commerce, Trade, and Production. We, in tandem, rule this city, ensure its safety and its prosperity. And it is our duty to speak or deal with any people or thing that might impede any of those tasks. That is why you are here. You have come into the city, two, as species long banished from ever coming close to these cities, and out of the sprouts of Terradosia into which it burns, claiming that you saw what happened, and claiming that you have information who did it, claiming everyone is dead. So, first, the Baron will not be speaking. I've been informed that you saved his life. If that is true, he's indebted to you. Or he may feel as if he is. Then I wish to hear the truth from one of your mouths. So, what did you see? What is the state of Tilia? And what exactly is happening to our tree?
There was a man aligned himself with the power of Balanzar. I don't know him well.
Who is this man?
Again, I don't know him well.
Deception check.
I don't.
Yeah, but you know his name. I'll say you already have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, then you don't need it.
Deception. Dirty 20.
I did not ask if you knew him well. I asked if you knew his name. Do you?
Not sure, but
Deception with disadvantage. So, flat roll.
Nat 20.
It hurts.
10.
Okay. Natural 20.
Fuck. Oh. The gods don't like me right now.
Silence then. Tell me, I know one of you knows his name. Or her name, or their name, whatever it is.
His name is Titus Mirkwood.
Good. That is all I wish to know. What is the state of Tilia? You may speak once more, human.
He razed most of it to the ground. I saw it with my own eyes.
Persuasion check.
Do I get the advantage? Or
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Hey,
Natural
that's what we're
20.
talking about.
I should be giving myself bonuses right now.
Oh, your flash of genius?
Yeah. 26.
26.
Yeah.
Continue.
I also saw him kill the queen in an instant. We were fighting the legions that, well, we were fighting his warriors, and it was almost, we almost thought that we won, but then he came, and his power was far too great.
All right. Good.
We were able to save the Baron as well as the Archdruid. But we haven't seen anyone else leave.
And how much of this city was destroyed? Helium on Lilitas, how much does it still stand?
It's like most of it, right?
We didn't really see any part of the city that was still intact.
And did you see a man?
A man?
My grandson. He was to be at your trial.
Can you?
Did he? That was the commander.
Yeah, it was the
His
one
name is Hammond Gorndai.
with the cheek missing, right? I didn't see him.
After Titus Mirkwood destroyed Tilia and set the tree ablaze, he launched this spell. I've seen it once before in an inn outside of the forest of Amderon. It drives everyone within its range into madness and feeds on its life force. The last we saw him, either he had succumbed to the madness or he was fighting the ones who had.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I require no sympathy from a drow. Well, since you saved so little people, what are your plans now?
Titus's power is great. I don't know. I plan on doing what I can to stop him.
And how will you do that?
There's a demigod. Glorbax.
Do
Also-
not speak his name here, the man says. There's one demigod. Shit. And he's no human. He's that of Grandaye.
My apologies. Well, it's a very strong human, and
Yes,
whoever else I can gather along
we
this
know
line.
of him. What makes you think that he would listen to you?
I wouldn't say we're friends, but we have a mutual respect.
Fine.
The esteem of you all would go a long way if you contact Humanity's Coalition.
Did you just ask us to contact the Human Coalition?
I think that the enemy, my enemy, our enemy at the moment is very powerful, and
If what you say is true.
if what I say is true,
You are claiming that a single human did this, yes?
yes.
Do you see the giant face in the sky?
I see the face of Balanzar.
That is him.
You're saying Balanzar did this?
Through Titus Mirkwood. Yes.
I think a dialogue, some sort of form of communication, as long as we stay divided, he's going to win.
The more humans that go to Titus's side, the worst things are. I know it's hard after what just happened, but Titus did not act on behalf of all of the humans in the Southern Realms. He did not act on behalf of the humans in the Central Realms. This is a time where...
I would ask if you are living under a rock, but I know the answer. I'm sure, if not all, then most of them weep tears of joy.
Then extending your hand to help would be a monumental sign.
We would extend our hands to help, only to have the hand that fed them bit.
Then allow me to be the hand.
So we can have a middleman of getting bit.
You're
It's
going
better than
to be
nothing.
destroyed otherwise.
The Hyos are not the drow. We do not kill over so easily.
You don't shrink away from the face of a Titan god in the sky.
If we did, you would not exist. We have fought Titan gods before. The tree has suffered before, and we have all suffered. But life prevails. Yes, life prevails. Now, Osiris Grenmore, you seem to be the mouth of this group. Dagmar's. What help would the Hiles give? What would you ask of the Tel Hara?
I think humans need to know that they're not alone. The ones that believe they
Why?
are going to fall in the hands of our enemy.
So they die. I see no issue here. Humans alone are just humans. And humans together are just more humans.
And a human that might be taking care of Glaucon as we speak. How do you feel about that?
You think one human could destroy Glaucon Meridian? You have not met him then.
I'm not the human.
This is conjecture.
Right.
What's
You
that?
all expect us to believe that a single human set Terradocia ablaze, killed the queen, laid siege and razed Tilia Mondelitas, and escaped with his life. Managed to travel through the spouts of Terradocia, and then escape all the way back to where you claim that head in the sky is. Far-fetched and beyond the realm of possibility.
If you have any way of contacting your archdruid, he can attest.
Not everyone is blessed with magic, and the Tel Halor are blessed with physical abilities. Not as much the arcane. Ones with nature, some of us, not with the Hecate.
I wish it wasn't true, and of course I don't expect you to believe me now. I would like to save as many humans as possible from the fate of Balanzar.
And that is where we differ.
We'd like to save as many lives as possible.
Tell me this. What is more useful? A spider or a human being?
The fact that you equate the two shows that your esteem for all life only goes so far.
I believe that their souls are equal. I believe what they do with them is not. I believe the spider spends his days feeding the earth. All of Hendoran is fed by the spider. Bugs feed other bugs, and the spider feeds the frogs, and the frogs feed whatever eats frogs.
And the humans feed the elves.
Yes, I suppose they do. However, what they also do is kill each other. They kill creatures for sport, hang their heads on their walls, wear their carcasses as clothing, poison their water, and poison the air with their industry. create machinations of violence. Anyone can plow a field. Worms do better. Their souls, I would not warp them as, say, a necromancer might. I would not use them and torture them, but repurposing them into something more useful, a body that serves the greater Hindurin. That does not seem so bad to me.
And it is that sentiment that has given birth to what Titus Mirkwood did.
And it is that sentiment that will stomp him into the ground, if this is true.
I wish you the best of luck. It would relieve a lot of burden off of our shoulders.
I will
If you
help.
all can do so much.
I hope that it can be done.
It will be done. Humanity has killed the queen before, though it was not done by one human, as you claim. It was done by many. That is why the sprouts are enchanted the way they are. Your trial was cut short. Your sentencing now falls upon us, the court of Grendaye, the sister city of Tiliar and the home of the descendants of Grendaye, hero of the War of Alunith. Please, plead your case for why you should be let alone to live. We'll start with you, the red one.
Am I restating my case for what I was originally tried for?
No. Lying. Spreading treasonous propaganda for humanity. Claiming a single human was capable of killing the queen. Laying siege to the most powerful city on this continent alone. That is what you stand on trial for. Claim to wish to stop him, but all you do is spread lies that propagate more hatred towards the High Elves.
You can understand that we're not blind to the dynamic here between us and the elves.
I have made myself very clear. I would hope you would see it.
So you understand that we also know that you all feel very confident in being able to snuff out the forces that rain down on Tilia, right?
Yes.
So we would then hope you would understand that we wouldn't be so bold as to claim that you might have a very difficult time in doing that if we didn't think it was true.
I think humanity is bold in the face of everything in history. Humanity is everything, and bold is one of them. Is that your case?
Do you have any way of contacting anyone in Heimdall?
That is not pleading your case.
My case is that if you could, there would be plenty others that could corroborate our story.
We will see about that. The man leans forward. Drow.
We were not intentionally spreading lies and propaganda. As some of the only people that have exited Tiliamundalitas since the tree was set ablaze, we were delivering information of what we witnessed and fought with our own eyes and hands. Now, if you don't want us to tell the truth so that you can all appropriately prepare, then we will bite our tongues, because we would not want to step on anyone's toes. But there is the face of a titan in the sky, and the Dragon King is raising human cities and fighting against
And how
this
do you know
warrior.
this? How do you know this?
You told us that, right? We sent to his dog. We are familiar with him. We spoke with him.
You speak of whom?
The one that you don't like, Glorbax Brandsbane.
Yes.
He told us that Glaucon, in a fit of rage...
The word of another human.
If you'd like to check, you certainly can.
We have not heard
I have
anything
no
from the
reason
southern
to
realms in
lie.
quite some time.
Well, then I'm sure the news will get you eventually, and then you will think it's propaganda when the messengers come as well.
So, who is to say you did not escape because you worked with this band of humans that has set the sprouts on fire?
Obviously, no one but the Baron can corroborate that, and you all think he's indebted to us. I can't control what you're going to think of me. I know what I am. I know that you know it. I have no reason to work with Titus Mirkwood. What we witnessed, what we fought against, was horrific. And we already have our own plans on how we're going to combat what happened there. My word is all I can offer you. There is no one else who can corroborate.
I will take your words into consideration. He sits back. The woman now comes up. Plead your case now, Osiren Grandmore.
We understand that the information is sensitive and can lead to bad outcomes. That's why we were, well, at least I was trying to be tight-lipped about it. But still, our appearance in your city is abnormal, especially under these circumstances. I was only trying to get people to understand why I'm here. And I thought that people deserve to know the truth. Like Vivian said, if it's not your judgment, of course, if it's not correct, then I don't mind not speaking about it. It's just such a loss.
It is a loss. I agree.
It's a lot to bear on your own, especially when you come to an elven city and you know that your connection, or your people's connection, is a lot greater. But I assure you, we are not lying. I wish it didn't happen.
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, you win. You win.
My last flash of genius.
Okay.
I hate. Oh. Yeah, no, that's good. I thought it was disadvantage. That's a fat number. That's a 30.
Oh. My God.
Roll a 19,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's nice.
Well said, human. And the older woman. Now, for the other drow. And he, Dagmar's.
Please temper your temper. Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds about shit.
Well, my testimony last time I felt was lacking, so I suppose it is a good thing I got another chance. I've gotten many of those over my life. I have lived amongst humans for quite some time at this point. In Trenton. Many of them, well, maybe not many, I would consider my friends. Some, a few, possibly a handful. Regardless, I'm sure there are many humans that do not deserve the hand they have been given, just as I do not believe I have been deserved of the hand I have been given, nor my people. I was there, captured by the High Elves, trying to get into the Forest of Emberon. I was held in an encampment with this man for a month before these two showed up. We were then sent into Tilia Mondelitas to stand trial in front of the Queen. We did so, and as our sentence was to be fulfilled, or a sentence was to be, a verdict, was going to be spoken, the warriors of Balanzar revealed themselves. This came as a shock to all of us. They laid waste to the court, killing many, and injuring us. But we fought alongside the elves to protect these people. I can vouch for each and every person here. The battle seemed to be going well. The Queen unharmed, and Vidar spry as ever. But then Titus Mirkwood came, and he killed the Queen and then destroyed the entire city. It appeared as if he had the images of thousands of humans on his side. So I suppose we were lying. Maybe it was not one man. After all, he did have his band that helped carry it out. Perhaps that was the glint of lie you detected on our lips. However, the power you see was that of one man, carried out by a few, but not an army. And this one man had the power of many within him. And then we grabbed the Archdruid and the Baron, as they were all we thought we could protect, given the circumstances. answers. And we left, seeing the ruins of Telia. Is this true?
Yes.
That is interesting. Now he will roll persuasion.
Is he good at this yet?
I think he's really good at deception, but not
Persuasion. No, we switched it.
Okay, right.
Oh!
He rolled a 24.
Ow. Slap. True slap.
Does anyone have anything else to say about that? Does anyone disagree with the drow?
Speaks true.
Okay. Give us a moment, and we will discuss amongst ourselves. Some of your pleas or cases were rather weak. Let me hurt. And they slide back in. Again, this entire room, other than the stone surrounding you, is made of smoke. The furniture is all made of smoke.
That's pretty fucking cool.
The judges stand as they just float back further, turn to face each other.
The elves are so dramatic. So you, of course you do. It's just the right amount of superfluous.
So, while you guys are sitting there.
How does the couch feel?
It's not a couch, it's a chair.
Oh.
And it feels great, actually.
Like, is it hard or like?
No.
Like, okay.
It feels almost as if you're suspended, but it doesn't feel like anything's suspending you. It feels almost as if you're hovering. After a couple times you feel like you might like fall back, but
Float pool, but a chair.
Yeah.
Sensory deprivation.
The way that we came in is, did the smoke obscure that as well?
yes,
Yeah.
it covered behind you. Well, this is fun.
How does the Baron look?
He just looks like sort of like rubbing his face.
He needs to go to bed.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I thought you all did very well.
I don't know what they would expect us to do.
I wish they would help us.
Why is your case always so bad?
Mine.
Yes. You can't kiss ass for 1 second.
They won't believe me anyway.
You don't. It doesn't matter.
Baron, respectfully, I have tried groveling. I have tried begging.
Where
I've
was
tried
that?
anger.
Where was the groveling?
Everywhere else. And nothing ever
Grovel
works.
more.
No one ever
It's
believes
much better than what you're doing. All right. So, I plan on getting out of here alive. These elves are stupid.
If human souls are recycled, then what was that?
Siren, you have your sword.
Yes.
You think you could jump on that stall?
We are not.
If they try to execute me,
Why would they execute you?
Then you
because I'm drow and they are filthy bigots.
then you're gonna be alone in that, friend.
You're just
Not
gonna
that you would
accept
be
that?
much use. Not that you'd be much use anyway, Nosu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we planning a surprise attack right now?
I'm saying if they try to say that I'm guilty and sentence me to death, or any imprisonment for that matter, well, let's just say I'd rather die fighting Titus Markwood.
I can turn
Neither
us
you-
invisible.
The
Support
way
this.
is blocked.
I can't die here either.
What a waste.
There's things I have to do.
There are things I have to do.
Alright, well, we should
You know,
And the Baron is just like,
not talk about this in the
are we
halls.
really?
Do you think we should just accept death?
yeah.
Yes, I
Yep.
do.
Oh, of course
course you do. You'd accept it for yourself as well.
Yes.
Well, that's because
Growing
you don't have
tired.
the means to stop it. They won't sentence us to death.
Vivian,
We're the only
again,
ones willing
I
to do
believe you
anything.
deserve it.
Vivian, they don't. They think that they can handle this on their lonesome.
They won't.
But they think they can, Vivian.
I'm saying they won't sentence us
And
to
again,
death.
I would prefer my people live a happy life, not one glassed like Tilia. And if these fools think they can take it, then let them be recycled into a spider. I've met many spiders. I like none of them.
You have some humility.
I'll shove it up your ass.
There's mine.
If it comes down to it, I'll be with you.
Do you think
Good.
this smoke is magic suppressing like the smoke the first time we came here?
I would bank on anything that would protect them. Yes.
I think we're at a disadvantage.
Yes.
But-
in all likelihoods.
And I like look over at the Baron.
And he's just sort of sitting there.
I did prepare dispel magic this morning. I could try and dispel the smoke.
That is foolish.
Oh my God.
I'm foolish.
It is foolish.
Not now, but if we do get sentenced to death.
I think it is foolish to think that it would not replenish itself, considering the smoke is a byproduct of what is up there.
It might buy us some time. Maybe we
Might
can
buy
break
us
through.
a moment to get out.
You may try. It is ridiculous at this point,
I don't have
as long
much.
as you are with me. Good. I will not die in this pit. I've died in a pit already.
There's
Not
so,
so bad. You should try it.
there's so much to do. And it's obvious that
After a bit, as you guys are talking, they we have come to a decision. From this point on, you are thralls to the Tel Horak. You shall give any information you find to us, by any means necessary. And when the time comes for the elves to strike back at humanity, you will be called upon. You will be called upon to fight with us. Die, if need be, in the ranks of the Tal Horak, as we have need for magic users. That is your sentence. You may do as you please. In fact, we wish you to find information. But we demand you send it to us. And if we discover that information has passed from your lips and was not filtered into us first, you will be killed.
Thank you for your mercy.
Do you wish for us to keep this engagement a secret?
There is no need. You speak not of the events of Tilia Mondelitos anymore. We do not wish pandemonium to sweep through the cities. Is that understood?
Yes.
When we call upon you, you will know.
All right.
Where is it that you wish to go?
Selfishly, I would, if I have to go south of, you said Umaris?
East, southeast of Omaris.
Southeast of Umaris. But if you could get me there, at least, or my friends wish to travel to the south to get information.
And what is your business up north and what is your business down south? What are your goals? If you are bold enough to conspire to kill the 3 barons of Ashren, then you may have some power. Dagamaris just...
Of course they could hear us. They probably heard everything we said in the lobby as well. It's magical smoke.
There's, in my home, my old home, there's something there that could be very useful for me. And achieving my goals. Something that was left there by my parents. I wish to see the ashes before I head down south.
And what will all of you be doing in the meantime? Am I to assume that you are all to be splitting apart then? Yes. It makes things rather difficult, but there are some things that may be done. We wish to find information. And if you believe that this information in your home is pertinent to what you have been sentenced to, then speak now. Do you believe that this home of yours holds information key?
For fighting the warriors of Balanzar, honestly, no.
Then you will receive no help from us.
But it would help me achieve that goal.
It is an oxymoron.
Not directly.
Then explain. If you want the help of the Tel Halork,
I believe that whatever is there, whether it be a weapon, information, or whatever, will directly help me.
and who are these? Why do you think your family is so special? That they would have something so important?
They were murdered
A
for
weapon.
it.
They are murdered. Alright, plenty of people are murdered, especially humans.
But they were murdered for it. I was there. I remember.
They are murdered for it. A weapon. Do you have any idea what this thing does?
No.
You have nothing.
But if it has anything to do with... If it's anything that... If it's close to what I think it is, it would be something that would make things that are obscured unobscured. My parents were truth seekers, and information is what you seek, then whatever tool they made would be useful in that.
I'm sure you speak truths to your own heart, but I'm not convinced. The magic of smoke is one of potency. A magic passed down by Mahas to Grandai. We may be able to lend you something that will hasten your journey down south. Where are you planning on going?
Dagamaris and I were planning on stopping in Betuis to meet an old friend who deserved payment, and then down to Schwenten.
Say no more. Then we may help you get to Betuis.
Be much appreciated.
Is it just you two?
Yes.
If you're going to Betuis, then if I can accompany them, that would be beneficial.
I thought you were heading north.
And I plan to, but I do need to meet with that friend as well. And then it's down south for me as well.
Fine.
After.
If you wish to go and travel with them to Betuis, we may oblige that as well.
Thank you.
And you?
May have an inn with Humanity's Coalition and Merchant's Rest. And my goal, however lofty...
The man. Say no more. We will not be helping you in this.
Oh, they're such bitches.
Well,
We see no point. You may all leave. Sorry. You may leave. And they all,
if
in your chair,
Whoa.
is floating back. What are you saying?
Huh?
Anytime.
I'll go with them if you won't help me.
And the chair.
I want to do this bitchy smoke magic.
It's
They-
pretty saucy.
They all
like
three
it.
of them.
They won't let me have it, but I want it.
I want to make an elf, like I'm dying elf now.
I'll go. I'm gonna be a thrall for y'all. And you won't help me, I don't see much use. And seems like moving like a unit would be much more beneficial to everybody.
If you say so. Are you all ready to leave now?
Yes.
Baron, you may step outside. Yes, I will do so, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all of you as well. I'm sorry I did not get to spend more of my money while we were here, but it is good that you got what you needed. It was a pleasure. I know I will be speaking to you as well, Nasu.
Until then,
Until then. Good luck to all of you. It was a time. And he backs out. All right. You see them
Smoke magic.
clasp their hands. You see above you a gentle spiral. Whip all around you, your vision entirely impeded. You feel tingling. You begin to fade into smoke. You feel almost as if you drift into sleep. Your form tingling, your back You see things, but it's all colors. You feel yourself up the cylinder, and you see barely the room you were in dissipate in smoke, and the chairs that the judges sat upon fade, and they step down and look up as you feel for a moment a flash of heat as you were shot out of the tower in smoke. You through the air. Days go by, but your mind melds with the air. You
save so much money on rations.
birds fly through.
Our horses! Sorry.
They'll be okay.
The moon, the sun,
No.
stars above. You see trees shaking violently as you traverse through the fields of Corphean. You as a big pillar of smoke, like a worm collapsing in on the ground. You sit right in front of the gates of Betwise.
Wow.
That's so fucking cool. Oh, you want teleportation?
It is the nighttime, and you would know that it is now April 16th.
Dang.
How much time passed?
3 days.
3 days. That's good.
They got us here in 3 fucking days.
That's fucking good. Oh yeah.
But you see the gates of Betwise, the rounded gates embedded within the circular form, and you see a guard sitting up there, a strange, like sort of rounded with a spike helmet. Looks half elven. What in the fucking hell? I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. Where you from? That was, if you're not evil, that was pretty cool.
We were sent from Ashren.
Oh my god, I don't have a fucking mask on.
No, you don't.
No.
But they're pretty far. You're pretty far away at this point.
Okay.
Do about it.
I'm staying back.
Okay.
Yeah, we came from Ashren.
Whoa. What in the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Coming in on smoke. Oi! Is that... In Dagamaris. Yes. There's a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh god, we never get to just choose.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
I cannot believe you called that session the party
Wait.
takes a breath.
What's the
We don't get that.
Hold on.
We don't get that.
What's the race?